You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Monday, the 24th of November. This is meteorologist James Spann. Thanksgiving week is here. We've got some active weather coming in after midnight tonight, during the day tomorrow. Just a very low-end chance of a severe storm and much colder air coming in here by Thanksgiving. But many questions about the weather this week, so let's find some answers. Here we go. This is the upper air look, and you can see a trough in the western states beginning to lift out. Down in the southwest, that's producing some active weather around Dallas-Fort Worth this morning. In fact, that's the radar composite. About 5 o'clock, big storms coming through Fort Worth. They're approaching Dallas as I do this update. They're under severe limits, by the way, just noisy, obnoxious storms. And we'll probably see some pre-dawn storms here early tomorrow morning. But this morning we are clear and cool. 40s and 50s to start the day. Highs will be in the 70s. We do note this morning there is a dense fog advisory for parts of southwest Alabama. The county's in gray on that map. That would include places like Evergreen, Greenville, Luverne, Andalusia, Jackson, Monroeville, Camden, Milry, and areas north of Interstate 10 in Mobile and Baldwin counties. That fog will dissipate by mid-morning. Around the nation, flash flood watches for parts of North Texas. Up north, we're looking at winter storm watches for parts of the North Dakota and Minnesota. That's a sign of the times. So here's the severe weather outlook for today and tonight. We have a risk of severe storms west of Alabama through parts of East Texas, Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and Mississippi. And then tomorrow, risk of severe storms defined across the Deep South, and this is a low-end, level 1 out of level 5, marginal risk. All 67 Alabama counties. And we'll go through the modeling here in just a second, but it's not a big threat. Everything looks out of phase. It's mainly going to be a deal with occasional rain and some thunder, which, of course, we need. And then on day 3, Wednesday, this is Thanksgiving Eve, busiest travel day of the year. The good news, we do not expect any severe storms around the nation, although some thunder is possible on the eastern seaboard. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. Now, we've got the rain event late tonight and tomorrow. Another rain event is likely on Sunday. And between those two events, rain amounts for the northern half of the state in the 2 to 3.5 inch range. It's very beneficial. South Alabama amounts mostly in the 1/2 to 1 inch range. And again, we'll take a look at the day-by-day modeling here in just a second. Of course, we need the rain. This is the latest drought monitor. The southern 2/3 of the state still in drought conditions. So let's break it down. Day-by-day model fans. The European valid at 4 o'clock today. OZ run, you can see that shortwave trough that's over the southern plain states, and that will be lifting northeast, and that will provide the dynamic support for showers and storms here after midnight tonight and tomorrow, but the dynamics will be weakening and lifting north of here, thankfully. But today looks good, partly to mostly sunny with highs in the 70s. So tomorrow we have wet weather back in here. But let's go through the high-resolution modeling. So this is early tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. And this is coming off the high-resolution HER model, high-resolution rapid refresh, HRRR, showing just a big old mass of rain coming in here during the pre-dawn hours. And there certainly could be a rumble of thunder with this, but there's really no surface-based instability, and we just don't expect any issues with severe storms with this pre-dawn activity. Just a big old mass of rain and some obnoxious thunder. And remember, loud thunder does not make a storm severe, even though it's obnoxious at 4 a.m. And then that moves out, and then additional showers and storms will likely form in advance of the front tomorrow afternoon. This is tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. And the question is, will this morning round of storms just totally work over the atmosphere, meaning there won't be much to it tomorrow afternoon? That's a possibility. It's going to be pretty tough for that to recover. However, let's look at some of the severe weather parameters, and the HER does show some instability in advance of the front tomorrow afternoon, suggesting the air can recover for maybe some strong storms and stability values in the 1,000 to 2,000 joule range, which is significant. But the better wind dynamics are pulling away from Alabama, lifting out of here. There's just not much there. And so accordingly, with that being the case, I just don't think we have a big problem with severe storms. This is the STP, the significant tornado parameter. You see a few spots with 1 to 2 units. So the bottom line is the way it should work, we'll have a big mass of rain and storms early tomorrow morning before sunrise. We'll have a lull in the activity during the morning hours, and then these additional showers and storms form tomorrow afternoon. And they could be strong. There could be a few spots, maybe some small hail and gusty winds. The chance of an isolated tornado, it's really low. Not zero, but really low. These would be low-topped, thunderstorms that we'll watch. I mean, this is November. This is tornado season. But again, I just don't think we have a big issue with severe storms tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we turn colder. Highs drop in the 50s over the Tennessee Valley, 60s for the rest of the state. Again, this is our big travel day, Thanksgiving Eve. Any lingering showers will be ending early Wednesday morning, probably before sunrise. The day looks dry with a clearing sky. Thanksgiving, cold and dry. We'll start today Thursday morning around freezing. The high will be in the 50s for the state, maybe 40s for the Tennessee Valley. But again, a sunny, very cool Thanksgiving day. Temperatures below average. Black Friday. It's going to be a cold morning. Many spots in North Alabama will be down in the 20s. The high Friday again in the 50s. The day will be sunny. So this is Iron Bowl Saturday. And we got rain to the west. Little Rock, Shreveport, Lake Charles, but we're still dry. So what about temperatures for the Iron Bowl? It's going to be dry. Now, this is coming off the European. This is 6 o'clock Saturday evening. It's showing 53 in Auburn. And with clouds increasing, if this solution is right, temperatures could hold around 50 for the entire game. However, let's look at the American GFS model, and it's got 44 in Auburn at 6 o'clock, with clouds remaining to the west. And we're still going to roll with that solution. For now, we're going to forecast temperatures in the 40s during the Iron Bowl in Auburn. No rain, no precipitation. So that's good football weather to me. Clear, cold with 40s. But if the European is right, temperatures could be closer to 50 during the ball game. But whatever, it's a great night for football. Just wear some good November cold weather gear if you're going. And then on Sunday, boom, here comes our next rain event as we wrap up the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Don't think that's a severe weather event, just rain, maybe some thunder. And then a week from today, Monday, the 1st of December, the first day of meteorological winter. Got a trough axis off to the west, but that batch of rain we saw Sunday is out of here, and we are dry as everybody goes back to work. Let's go out 10 days. This is Wednesday of next week, December the 3rd. Still got a southwest flow aloft, evidence of some rain west of here. So at the moment, the first part of next week is looking dry after rain on Sunday. But again, this is 10 days out. That could change. Hey, check this out. Wow, this is the most aggressive QPF chart we've seen here in a while. This is the rain for the next 15 days, valid through December 9th. And the mean is now over 4 inches. Hey, beneficial rain. Pattern getting active. So temperatures got 70s today and tomorrow. Low 60s on Wednesday, then 51 for the high Thursday and Friday. And again, if you're in the Tennessee Valley, your high both days could be in the 40s. Pretty close to freezing Thursday morning. Most everybody should see a freeze Friday morning. And then temperatures start to rebound with highs back in the 50s for the weekend and then 60s for the first half of next week. And the latest long-range guidance, this is for December 1st through December 7th. And if this works out, really cold up north, relatively mild here, and obviously that sets the stage for some active weather with multiple rounds of rain and thunderstorms, which is, again, it's that time of the year. Tornado season here is November through May. And I'm not saying we'll have tornadoes. I'm just saying the pattern looks active for at least a lot of rain, which is what we need. So big thanks to everybody in Cullman. We were there Friday night for the Christmas parade, the Christmas tree lighting. The Kindle Mart is underway. That was a shot taken last night from the top of the Ferris wheel. If you've never been, that's an amazing Christmas event, but everybody was so kind as always. The crowds were huge, despite the fact that we had this drizzle Friday night. But another good-looking sunset last night across the great state of Alabama. What a beautiful day yesterday. Just absolutely gorgeous. Gulf Coast, I love it. Thanksgiving time at the Gulf Coast, you could walk the beach and basically own it. And the crescent moon last night. Great shot there from Russ McKinney. Russ is an amazing astrophotographer, and he always gives us some great shots here. So, obviously, this will be a very quiet week in terms of events. I will be at Mountain Brook Elementary School today, and that's the only school program of the week because everybody is out for Thanksgiving. There's no school this week. So, again, Mountain Brook Elementary this morning. Looking forward to that. Don't forget, this is Monday, which means it's Weather Brains Night, the weekly show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock on the Weather Brains YouTube channel, weatherbrains.com, or youtube.com/weatherbrains. The audio version will be out late tonight, early tomorrow morning. I'll be on ABC 3340 News this evening, and also you can catch me on great radio stations around the state, including at Birmingham 104.7 WZZK. Thanks for watching. Have a marvelous Monday, and God bless.